This old 6'2" Ruthless even pulled out the stinger of the bumblebee. Love the bumblebee is still really can't stand to see hate to carry 99 meters. Big knife to look for him. Let's rewind the time to 5 minutes ago. This sound is not very immersive, very curious about how my old watch caught the bumblebee in the hand. Full of nothing to do. The small partners cannot easily imitate, of course. Did not have a full of the small partners. Even more cannot imitate unless you ate. Support the old watch first to find an already. The first thing I did was to find a bumblebee that had been lying on a board to take a closer look at its stinger, which was still abundant, but did not mean that it was no longer lethal. That year I had my hands in my pockets, because my fingers were swollen like pig's hooves and I was also curious. I put the stinger of the wasp that had been lying on a board into my finger, and I didn't expect to see it really get stuck into it. When the stinger of the bumblebee was extracted by using the tool, even the screwdriver powder inside the bumblebee would be taken out accordingly. In that case, even if the living bumblebee was burped up right there, I don't know what happened. Inside the wasp at this time, what mood compared to its nowhere to put the little emotion Lao watch inner more nervous expect later, a little careless by accidentally hurt the scene. Imagine by oneself, in order to make sure that the safety slow down, the speed of his movement first put him into the insect refrigerator cooled down for a short while. 2.5 minutes, and then came out already. Is the virtue at this point of time the wasp looks a little weak. I Lao watch immediately incarnated Lao, 6 to a nickel to its clamped. Once again, I remind the small partners in front of the screen, not to easily imitate due to the principle of thermal expansion and contraction. At this time, the stinger of the rhubarb was curled up in the belly and could not be exposed helplessly. The old 6 can only use his hand to hold down the wasp's stomach, to force his poisonous needle to reveal, and then hurriedly use the scissors to the back of the rest of the life of the rhubarb. No longer have the strength. It is just like a warrior who lost his personal weapon, forever. Sympathize with the rhubarb for 3 seconds. My old watch this time finally have the courage to put the finger. Finally, I had the courage to put my finger into the bumblebee's tail. It didn't take long for the bumblebee to regain its vitality. You have to be responsible for it. Of course, my old watch still has to know how to be humane. Not only that, but he also prepared a house for it. I hope that you can take care of it to the end of its life. Please leave a comment on the last moment of 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 the last minute.